'cause the Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in the meadow's grass, and he leads me beside the quiet stream. He restores my failing health, and he helps me to do what honors him the most. That's why I'm saved. That's why I'm saved. That's why I'm saved. Safe in his arms. Because Lord is my shepherd, I have everything I need. He lets me rest in the meadow's grass, oh, and he leads me beside the quiet stream. He restores my failing health, and he helps me to do what honors him the most. That's why I'm saved. That's why I'm saved. That's why I'm safe. Oh, safe in his arms. So when the storm of life is raging, in the billows they I'm glad, yeah, that he shall sing. I'm glad, yeah, that he shall, oh yeah, oh sing. I'm so glad, yeah, that whatever I need, he will supply. Yes, sing. I'm so glad that he will, yes he will, anybody believe that? Oh, sing. I am so safe in oh, Jesus. Whatever I need, he will supply. Your healer, your deliverer, sings. Oh, safe in his arms. Hallelujah. Come on, somebody praise him right there.
Hello,
Hallelujah.
my name is Trina, and I love Greater New Hope Baptist Church.
Hello, my name is Carlo Grant Jr., and I am a member of the Nora Rhines Vaccine Ambassador Interfaith Youth Council program. Basically, my role is to go from different communities in the Greensboro and High Point area and to just hear the stories of the people in the community, as well as expressing the benefits as well as the importance of taking the vaccine. Now we're going to talk to you guys about some vaccine hesitancy factors that the CDC have reported. So one demographic are those who has a lack of education. And those are just people who do not have the high school diploma or less than that. Another vaccine hesitancy factor is occupation. Those are typically those blue collar workers who usually are in the wage gap of lower to lower middle class. Next is the environment. You always hear people say that you are a product of your environment. So if you are constantly hearing people saying malicious things about the vaccine or just saying different conspiracy theories, then you're most likely going to hear them. So with these factors, the factors that are most seen in different communities are Latino Americans, African Americans, and American Indians. And these communities are most affected by COVID. And that is primarily due to just the patterns of bad health that these communities have faced throughout the years. So now this leads me to some statistics on the pandemic's racial disparity. So there has been reported COVID-19 deaths per 100,000 in this chart, you can see, in the U.S. by race or ethnicity. So as you can see, Black or African Americans have been reported as 740,000 deaths. Right below that are Hispanics and American Indians with 400,000 deaths. These deaths are very high, and as you can see, African Americans, American Indians, and Hispanic or Latino Americans are the highest demographic or the highest minority groups that are very, very affected by this pandemic. So now we're transitioning from adults to children. COVID-19 child deaths by race and Hispanic ethnicities has gone up since this reported graph. So the CDC, they took a poll of 112 kids who were killed by COVID. And as you can see, the largest chunks of this pie chart are black children with 29%, Hispanic children with 43%, and then the other minority groups follow. So now we're looking at a chart of social vulnerability as well as different areas in High Point, North Carolina, as well as Greensboro, North Carolina, who show high rates of social vulnerability and low rates of COVID vaccination. So the dark red areas in High Point, North Carolina symbolizes social vulnerability, while the smaller green or teal dots symbolizes the areas of low vaccination in High Point, North Carolina. And as you can see, a lot of communities in High Point, North Carolina are very susceptible to social vulnerability, which means that during the pandemic, there will be a lot of economic loss in these communities, as well as a lot of deaths or disparities in these communities as well. And then these green dots represent areas of low vaccination. And I researched it, and Great Hope Baptist Church is located in one of these teal zones as well. So which shows that we need to work on vaccination in our own community. So let's just reverse bad health. A lot of times, we may think that since the vaccine is kind of came out fast or something like that, you may think that there's a chip in there or some type of malicious intent by the government. But I just come to tell you guys that that is false. You can find a lot of different scholarly articles about the vaccination, which may ease your mind. But I'm also here to talk to you about my personal experience with the vaccine. And before I get into that, I just want to tell you guys that let's just try to erase years of bad health. We are very prone to different kidney diseases, lung diseases, etc. But now the vaccine is our chance to be able to have our foot in the door with majority ethnic groups by taking the vaccination. So, my personal experience, I received 2 doses of the Pfizer COVID vaccination. And after my second dose, I experienced some slight symptoms of a slight headache and some chills. Those are seem to be reported as the most extreme symptoms. Um, my personal experience as to why I took the vaccine and I made that oath is due to me protecting my parents in my household, protecting my nieces and my nephews, family members, church members, as well as my friends. I knew that in order for me to be able to make the change, I would have to go through this experience of taking the vaccination. So, whenever you take a vaccine on today or whatever day you may take it, you will receive something that's called a COVID vaccination card. What they'll do is they'll put which dose of the vaccine that you took before the first and second one, the day that you took them on, and your name. So let's all strive to take this COVID vaccination and get this vaccination card. So that concludes my presentation. Like I said, I'm a member of Greater Newport Baptist Church. So I would love to just hear you guys' questions, you guys' stories, comments or concerns on the vaccine, reasons to why you are hesitant on the vaccine. As you can see, you always feel free to reach me out through email. My handle is cardogrants.jr@gmail.com. I would love to hear you guys' stories, tell me about your experience with the COVID vaccination, and the reason to why you are making a change in your community. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Shirley Miller. I'm a member of Greater New Hope Baptist Church. Today, on this beautiful day, we are doing free COVID testing at Greater, 906 Meredith Street. Upon your arrival, you will receive a goodie bag. Also, can purge your items. Please remember, wear your mask, wait 6 feet, and also stay safe for your neighbors, friends, as well as family. This is a greater day. Thank you.
My name is Rita Wilson. I'm from Kernersville, North Carolina, and I'm coming to get tested. Thank you so much for your services.
The different types of COVID testing are nasal pharyngeal swab and also just a nasal swab. Today, the type of testing we used to check for COVID-19 was a nasal swab. So we were tested today. The turnaround time is 3 to 5 days for your test results, and the individual will be contacted directly about the results, not the church. You should be concerned if you're showing some of the symptoms of having COVID, which are fever, loss of appetite, body aches, coughing, shortness of breath. So if you're having any of those symptoms, you should be concerned, and that's why testing is important. Today went very well. I think we had, I know, 50 or more plus individuals that came by and received their COVID testing, and everyone was appreciative that we were here doing this for the community. And we're just grateful for the group that came out and sponsored this event for today. So yes, as the people were leaving today, we handed out masks. Each bag had at least 3 masks in it for them, and also a bottle of hand sanitizer that was donated from one of the members here at the church. when you're putting on your mask, you want to make sure that once you put it on, it is contaminated. So you want to make sure you're putting it on and it's over your nose. When you wear the mask down below your nose, you're not protecting yourself. So you want to make sure that it's above your nose, and when you take it off from the ears and hold it together, because you don't want the inside to touch the outside.
Okay. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Join